Yeah, wait, this... Okay, sorry. Again, sorry to YouTube as we go on another greedier mode run here. Does Mark Scheifele have to miss the first game of next season because of the fact that he got suspended for 4 games and then they got eliminated 3 games after that? That's so funny. Oh my god. That's hilarious. Oh. So he has to serve his team gets eliminated. He has to serve the suspension basically over the summer vacation as well for 3.5 months. And then when he comes back, he has to miss game 1. It's like, it's not that big of a deal, but it is very funny. Anyway, sports! Sorry, that's what happens when you tell me I can't talk about Norbit anymore. It's time to talk about sports. More like Norbit ball. Now you're... Dude, I didn't realize this guy, this guy, by the way, being Tainted Samson, is the most overpowered, greedier mode character in existence. This is crazy. I feel so strong. Oh, why did I step on the button? NL, do you watch tennis? I don't. But there was a time where I did. Like I was, I've said it before. I took tennis lessons for like 2 years as an adolescent, and I still maintain that like I'm not saying it's a high percentage chance, but there is an alternate reality where I'm like a regionally significant tennis player. I was doing really well in my lessons, which is not that spectacular, but I was doing really well. And my signature thing was that I didn't have a backhand. So as a ball was, you know, being returned to me, if I had to hit it on my right side, because I'm a lefty, but I'm kind of ambidextrous, I would pass the racket from left to right and then smash it forehand. So I was like a double forehand guy. And then my, oh, hey, Brandon, thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. But I was a double forehand guy. And then my coach, my teacher, I guess, was like, if you don't start using your backhand, I'll have no choice but to fail you. So I started using my backhand, and then I freaking sucked after that. So I still think if he had just, like, kind of let me go and not trying to force me to, like, lose all my rough edges, like, I could have been... I'm not saying I would be the next, you know, Roger Federer, but I think I could have been, like, a guy that does okay in a local tournament. Because I feel... I mean, like, backhands can be strong, don't get me wrong. I feel like, you know, there's lots of professional athletes who have, like, a signature move that's a little unorthodox, right? Like, John Daly won the Players' Championship once, and he golfs like Happy Gilmore. You know, PK Subban is he's a defenseman, but he... Let's try to get Angel deals on this one, why not? He's a defenseman, but he's doing spinoramas all the time and always joining up in the rush. Feel like he could have, you know, he clipped my wings before I could figure out whether or not I could fly. And for that, he'll always be dead to me. Why not just play with a racket in each hand? Yo, for real though, that would be kind of sick, you gotta admit. That would make me more likely to watch tennis if they did General Grievous strats. I like tennis though. Like I don't find it that compelling to watch as a spectator sport. But one day when I get tilted off the face of the internet and forced into retirement, I'll find some time for tennis in addition to the copious amounts of golf I'm gonna play. I can't wait, by the way, to like finally play golf after talking about it for so long and realize like I kind of don't like it. But that's a problem for future me. Maybe I'll rent clubs for the first few days instead of going out and buying a set. Who you got for the U.S. Open? No question, Jennifer Capriati. It's her year. It depends on when Kim Clijsters is on her game. Like, she's tough to beat, don't get me wrong. But I really feel like this is Capriati's year. Like, Hingis pulled out. I think she's got a real chance. Justine Henin Harden, right now, she has an Achilles injury, so she's not going to be there. I think Capriati could really do it this year. Hingis? You don't know Martina Hingis? She's ranked #1 by the WPT. I know you're joking, but Kim Clijsters is actually back on the tour. That's pretty sick. What about Kornikova? How's she doing? Jesse, what the hell are you talking about? I'm talking about women's tennis, Mr. White. Okay, Jesse, carry on. Interesting. Book of Virtues, huh? Very interesting. It's hard not to take Red Stew. Even if it doesn't work for us long term, it's fun. It's just a fun item. Let's buy this first so we don't have to screw around with it on the next floor. Just stew it. Oh, what about Doris Pringle Salahari Brule? Well, I mean, she's on the seniors tour now, but I'm wishing her the best as well. Yes, mother. Yo, I don't know that much about internet drama, but I did see Ethan Klein from H3H3 dressed as Uncle Fester from Addams Family Values today in a photo on Twitter, and I gotta say, he freaking pulled it off, man. As somebody who watched both of the Addams Family movies from the 90s earlier, this year, the cosplay is incredible. It's a while back. Nah, man, this one's contemporary. You must not be a member. I'm telling you, get ready. Did I step on the button? Oh no, we're fighting the boss already because of Red Stew. Oh, it was filmed a while back. Okay. All this talk about sports, and you don't mention how Canada won the World Hockey Championship? Well, I mentioned it briefly, but I do also feel the need... Back me up on this one, Canadians. Essentially, nobody in Canada cares about the World Hockey Championship. Nobody here really gives a hoot. Because the NHL playoffs are still going on when the Hockey Championship comes to pass. So, I get that, like, you know, is also like the Canada always goes like, oh, our favorite, or our best players are like not there. Yeah, but like the rest of the world's best players are not there either. So I don't think that's like a fair comparison necessarily. However, like, why would you want to watch like the 5th best players from every country in the World Championship when you could just watch the Habs sweep the Winnipeg Jets? Like, I think the World Hockey Championship exists exclusively so that, like, okay, what I'm about to say is rude, but keep in mind it's all banter. When we do a best-on-best international competition, Canada wins, like, you know, 80% of the tournaments since the year 2002. So I feel like the World Hockey Championship mostly exists so that, like, you know, particularly people in Europe don't lose interest in hockey so they can win, like, you know, a kind of trivial competition and then, you know, throw a party in downtown Helsinki and then, like, you know, get excited for the Olympics and then lose to us in the quarterfinals. It's just banter. Hey, man, but whoa, yeah, really? What about in 1998 when I was -6 years old And a once-in-a-lifetime performance by Dominik Hasek allowed the Czech Republic to beat Canada and take... Okay, you got me on that one. It was an incredible tournament, and I'm happy for them. But what about, you know, every Olympics since, except for the year 2006 when nobody even knows who won? And 2018, but that one the NHL didn't even show up, so... But that's it. Except for those two examples. Red Stew's still pogging, dude. Invent a game and beat everybody in it? Well, you got to keep in mind Canada also invented basketball. So we lost that one. Americans have taken... Americans, Argentinians, and Lithuanians have taken over that one for themselves. So we got to defend something. None of these are worth it for me. I mean, like, Leech maybe. Big maybe on that one. I gotta be straight up with you. We have so much damage, I just want to pick up HP. And then, like, next floor, maybe we'll have the opportunity. Oh, no, I'm skipping. I'm doing no-key meta. It's no-key meta. That's okay. No, we'll get a planetarium on the next floor. We'll get a planetarium on the next floor. Just go. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Here we go again. Finland beat Canada in 2019. I don't recall there being an Olympics in 2019. I believe there was an Olympics in 2018 where Canada definitely beat Finland, despite the fact that we were icing a team of people that were too bad for the NHL and only played in the KHL. It seems weird to me that they would do an Olympics in 2018 and then do an Olympics in 2019, like a year after that. That's kind of atypical, right? I'm not trying to flex about the 2018 Olympics. I will recall we did lose to Germany in the semifinals. A little embarrassing. But how are we supposed to compete with players from the Berliner Eisbären? I mean, come on, they're the best team in the DHL. Which is not merely a worldwide shipping and logistics company. How did you know that? Bro, I was, like, there. Which was, an interesting night. I meant the German league name. Oh, I played so much NHL 2K and, like, ESPN NHL hockey as a kid that I would, like, and this is a flex, but it's also true, which is the best kind of flex. I got so bored playing as, like, the NHL teams that I would play as, like, the German league teams and still usually win. Unfortunately, then EA bought all of the licenses exclusively, so the franchise that I had put, you know, 1,000 hours into in high school when I should have been, you know, cultivating a personality, pretty much got snapped out of existence in a single day. And as a result, I backed the wrong horse, essentially. God, he's good. Nailed it. Classic EA move, part of the blip. I'm leaving. No, we're buying keys. In fact, let's buy 2 keys to not make the same mistake we made last time. Oh yeah, did EA buy Codemasters? Is that why people are talking about F1 in conjunction? Okay. I see. That was there. You're right. There was no need for 2 keys there. Look at this, though. 1 key for 0 keys, but also unlimited keys. How does that strike you? I know about the stew, okay? I know about the stew. Rebuild that damage from the ground up. He's built it. He's rebuilt it. As long as we don't get down to 0, we can go as high as we want. HP? HP? What do you think Jim Carrey's talking about in The Cable Guy when he beats up Owen Wilson in the bathroom in order to protect Matthew Broderick's honor? And then after he beats up Owen Wilson, he goes, he's pretending to be Dizzy Gillespie, and he goes, salt peanuts, salt peanuts, salt peanuts, salt peanuts. What's he doing, man? I've seen that movie probably like 50 times. I have no idea what he's... It's a song? I need to look at the Genius page for it, I guess, is the long and short of it, huh? Salt Peanuts is a Dizzy Gillespie. I had no idea. Look at that. I've recently learned something. I'm aware that Dizzy Gillespie is known for puffing his cheeks up, because when Owen Wilson... Jim Carrey puts Owen Wilson's face on the hair dryer, or the hand dryer, and his cheeks start blowing up, he goes, "You look like Dizzy Gillespie. Skip up! Skip it!" sorry, but anyway, it's a great moment. Great movie. All-time classic. He do be smashing here. Look at this. Get owned. I had no idea how funny that film was when I was a kid. I think my parents took me to see it in theaters when I was like 7. I will say that I was on the right side of history. I don't think we take it. I know that it seems bizarre. I genuinely don't think we take it. And instead we just buy like as many hearts and spirit hearts as we can here. But I was on the right side of history, even as a child. Oh, that's such good luck. We have lost Reds too. That's not great. Let's lose this Rodden Heart. We don't care for it, just to get back to full HP. You have base damage. Yeah, but I thought that I had Bloody Lust. So, how does that make you feel? Bad. Yeah, me too. Anyway, all you gotta do is get past Phase 1 Greed. Everything else falls into place. NL, as a recently shaved bald person, how do I deal with people that suggest they understand my political beliefs based on my haircut? Honestly, you just push it back on them. You know, you can't infer somebody's, everything about somebody's life from their haircut. So people suggesting, like, making a joke about how, you might be Ed Norton from American History X just because of the fact that you're bald is, like, it's a little bit messed up. As we've established many times in the past, it's considered socially acceptable to mock bald people. So I don't know how much sympathy you're gonna get there until society changes, but at some point there will be a sea change, and you'll remember that you were on the right side of history. Like me as a child watching The Cable Guy, not understanding any of the jokes, but knowing that I like when Jim Carrey makes his face go all elastic. So that was not a good example, but in general, I'm basically just gonna try to get through Phase 1. If we get through Phase 1, I think we're gonna be fine, as long as our HP is decent, but it'll take us a while. I think patience is our friend here. Opinion on Jim Carrey's mustache in that movie? He only wears the mustache when he's the bathroom attendant. The rest of the movie, he's clean shaven. It's only when he needs to protect his identity that he has the mustache. But it's still a great mustache. It's a prosthetic. They're prostheses. Unofficial Sips raid? Oh, dude. Thank you to the unofficial Sips raiders. I saw Sips was in a Twitch Rivals for Minecraft EU today. I was rooting for him. F. Are you saying F to my run or F to Sips's run? Because I mean, who's gonna beat Sips in Minecraft? Have you seen the dome that he built in Dadcraft? Like, I don't know how they do a Rivals for Minecraft, but I don't see how he could lose. Everyone beat him today? F. I've been there, man. I came second last Twitch Rivals Among Us, despite being the best Among Us player I know, because I love the game and I play it a lot. The only person I beat was Gotham Chess, who I think literally downloaded Steam in order to play in the Twitch Rivals. When I talked to Gotham about like stuff that we could do that was not chess, I was like, what other games do you play? He said, I'm not putting him on blast, by the way. He's a little better at chess than I am. And YouTube for that matter. But he said the only other game I play is a little Overwatch. And I was like, I don't think that's gonna work for me. we gotta find a happier medium. So instead we did the Twitch Rivals Among Us together, and he came last and I came second last. How about that? If the two best chess players in the lobby do the worst, then how good could the game be? Well, I think it's fair to describe this run as disastrous. It's a bit of a disastrous situation forming here, but we are still going. We could play golf. There's no doubt Levy's invited to the YouTuber golf tournament. And if he says, I don't know how to play golf, I say me neither. That's not going to stop us. Why don't you like Overwatch? I'll have you know, it was my game of the year 2016. So I do like Overwatch. I just don't want to ever play it ever again. Will you play Overwatch 2? I don't think so. My expectation is no. You're gonna think that I'm joking. We can beat this guy on 1 HP. But we need 1 HP left. I think playing Sneaker X would help you understand Overwatch. Yeah, it's really not that Overwatch, you know, you have to have an above average IQ to understand it. It's the fact that I feel like everybody who has ever played it either reaches a point where they decide their own happiness is more valuable than their elo, or I don't know what the alternative is, but I don't like it. Let me put it this way. It's one of the only games I can think of, at least in the past few years, past several years, I guess, at this point, where, like, more people I know rage quit it and said they would never play it again than simply got bored of it. Which is the way that normally people go, you know, like I was having a great time with this game and then I just got a little bored with it. Overwatch is one where I know enough people that were like, yeah, I don't think I'll ever play it ever again. I have no HP left. If I just sustained my rage long enough, then maybe we could have made it happen. But anyway, that I think I screwed that up. But I will also say I don't think money equals power would have done it for us either. This man is literally too angry to die. Overwatch 2 might be worth it for the co-op, though. I encourage you to pick it up for yourself and enjoy the game. I will be making decisions that better my mental health and protect me from the worst chatters in society.